Hi everyone, Fox 19 now, First Alert Meteorologist Anna DuVall, here with your forecast update. Here's what's looking like out there on our radar right now. Maybe a few isolated flurries making their way through the area, but they're very light in nature, and again, not many people are seeing these right now, but you definitely could see one of those passing by through tonight. That's what we're expecting in terms of the rest of the evening, is maybe a flurry or two. Looking out for where the storm is now that we were seeing last night, here it is up in New York, heading through up until Maine here, so going across all of those northeastern states there. So let's move forward, talk about what's going on right now. Again, this is what it looks like out there on the roadways. Hamilton is under a level 3 snow emergency. Again, that means you cannot be on the roadways right now. It's very unsafe. This is what it's looking like. Again, snow still covered the roads for the time being, 11 degrees, feeling more like -2 out there right now. Heading into the next several days here, whoops, didn't put pause points in there. We're going to be feeling more like the negative values here, and that's why we have those first alert weather days on deck for you. So this is what it's looking like tomorrow, 2 a.m. going into the evening hours. Again, we'll see the negative values, -15, -20 will be the max there. And then going into Tuesday, we'll see the same thing, those negative teens in the morning and 20s, and then by the afternoon hours, those single digits moving forward. Same story going into Wednesday, feeling like the 20s out there, feeling like the negative values by the afternoon. And again, Thursday is that same story. We really won't have a big warm-up happen for a long time. So we have a lot of first alert weather days on deck for you here. I'll go back to this. Very, very light flurry moving through the area right now. This will be all you see in terms of snowfall. And again, look how light these are. Look how many people are being affected. Not many, and a lot of those are starting to dissipate here as we move into the next hour or so. So nothing anybody should be concerned about. No more of that accumulating snowfall. It's just a flurry that's moving through the area very last minute here. Let's go ahead and get into those snow emergency maps. Here's the tri-state travels. Again, everyone in the orange color is in a level 2. Everyone in red is in a level 3. Level 3 means don't leave your house unless you're essential personnel, policemen, firefighters, things of that nature. And then everyone else needs to stay home, or you have the likelihood of getting a ticket from that. Everyone in the orange color, that means you should only be leaving your house in case of an emergency. Here's this cold weather advisory for you. This will start at midnight tonight, go through 6 p.m. there on Monday. We'll see wind chill values between -5 and -15. So make sure you're limiting your time outdoors. I know everyone wants to go play in the snow, but it's really not a great time to do that. You need to be spending less than 30 minutes outside. Again, it's not great for anything to be exposed. No exposed skin out there. So this is what we're looking at. Again, people, plants, pets all need to stay indoors. Here's what we're looking at. This is as of 11 p.m., as in I just updated this 3 seconds ago for you guys. And you can see there in green, Ohio, 14.4. That one was a mistake there. Franklin got 12 inches. Gallatin, Kentucky, 8 inches. Dearborn, 9.5. Butler, 13.1. Batesville, 14.2. Warren got 10 inches exactly. Union, Kentucky, got 12 inches. So did Florence and Logan, Indiana. Villa Hills, Kentucky, 11.9. And at the CVG airport, we have now clocked in at 19.2. So what this means for us officially is that we did beat today's snowfall record. The old record was 5.8 inches in 2004. Today we got 9.2 inches, but we didn't beat the one-day all-time record in terms of how much we could see in one day. Again, we only got 9.2 inches. We had to see 11.9 to beat this record at the airport. We do have a today's weather number for you guys as well. 23.2 inches, and that is this season of snowfall so far, and it's been since July 1st up until now. This is how much snowfall we've seen, and this is right on average for an entire snow season. So we've seen a decent amount of snow over the last few months here, and again, this is usually how much we see in an entire season. Again, we do have a string of first alert weather days, and that's going to be Monday, Tuesday are full first alert weather days, and then we have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday are all going to be first half of the days first alert weather days. And again, it's going to be due to extreme cold. 6 p.m. Monday through 12 p.m. Tuesday, we have an extreme cold warning. That's everyone in the blue shaded region, which is everyone in our viewing area. We'll see those wind chills between -10 and -20. So make sure you're limiting your time outdoors, covering any exposed skin. Again, you don't want to be out there for any more than 30 minutes moving forward. So just be hyper aware of that. I see someone's asking for snowfall totals. I just showed that. I'll pull it back up here again. Here are the current snowfall totals. And these are pretty much concluded. This is what we have seen across the area. We saw a few reports of 16 inches, a few reports that were closer to that 9-10 range, but again, this is what we're looking at. Most people in the range of 12 to 14. And so, yeah, Alicia, that's so right. Part of the problem is that the roads have so much snow on them, and the salt doesn't work if we're below 15 degrees, that the chemicals inside of it will not activate, and so it's not helping to melt any of the snow, so the plowers are having to do everything, and there's not much they can do, and we're staying well below freezing here over the next couple of days. So again, there's not a lot that anybody can do about the snow. It's kind of going to be lingering around for a few days here. No, we're not getting any more snow tomorrow. Today was our big event. Again, here are the totals for you guys. But I'm going to show you this headline graphic here so we can go over some of our first alert weather days. Winter storm warning again until noon Monday, even though that winter storm has already passed by. We're expecting them to cancel that at any time. Cold weather advisory from midnight to 6 p.m. there on Monday. And then extreme cold warning 6 p.m. Monday to noon on Tuesday. So we have a lot of cold weather on the way here. And I went over those future feels like temperatures. It's going to be very chilly going into the next couple of days here. This is what it's looking like for the 10-day forecast. I see the questions that said, do you think schools will be closed all week long? Well, here's the 7-day forecast. Lots of snow, slick roadways for your Monday. 17 is not going to be much better than that. I mean, we'll see clearing, but in the sky, we'll see the sun a little bit more, so that might help to melt some of the snow, but for the most part, look at these temperatures. We're staying well below that freezing mark, and so it's definitely going to pose a problem, especially with all of our low temperatures being in the negatives. So it's definitely going to be pretty cold over the next couple of days. No one has told me when the level 3 will be lifted here. Yeah, no one has said when the level 3 was going to be lifted. I guess if you're considered essential for your job, I feel like you should be okay to drive to work, but it's still a mess. It's going to be a rough drive. There's a lot of snow still on the roads. It's definitely it would be a dangerous drive out there heading into work. But no, they haven't said how long it's going to be in effect. I think it's just going to depend on how quickly they can get the snow off the roads, clear some roadways. and it's not looking like that's going very well so far. So that's what we're looking out for here. Again, it's going to stay pretty cold, and you can see that behind me as well. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys. We're about to do the 11 o'clock show, so I'll see you guys at 11 o'clock once the new show that Patrick Dempsey is in ends. We will be up here. We will be up there doing our live show next. So you guys will see us at around 11 o'clock, and then I'll be back here at 12:30 to do another live stream for you guys. So I'll see you guys soon. We'll have a bigger update again during the newscast, a lot about the snow emergencies, and they will have a lot more information. For right now, that's all I have for you guys. I'll see you guys at 11:30 or 12:30, sorry.